Hello everybody! Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. You know what? I'm going to try another speedrun today. So we're going to go as Judas for the second game in a row, simply because he has the Book of Belial. Someone posted a message on my Facebook, and again, links to my Facebook and Twitter are contained in the video descriptions of this video, and pretty much every video I do. And they posted that they beat the game in 19 minutes, including Satan, which is pure insanity, so I'm going to try to do that, equal that, myself. So obviously we're not going to worry too much about trying to defeat, you know, Steven and then Little Steve, or Little Steve and then Steven. We're just going to try to take these guys out and do so without getting hit one more time, because otherwise I am actually going to die. Now, of course, as I've mentioned many times, 90% of a successful speedrun is going to be luck, but I can kind of influence that remaining 10%. So, Book of Belial is going to allow us to do a lot of damage here right off the bat. If we can pick up a battery or something, or, God forbid, a 9-volt and a battery like we did in the last video, we can do very well, but really, I'm going to be looking for HP ups and the ability to, hopefully, make a deal with the devil and then pick up some really good item, i.e. Brimstone or Mom's Knife. Probably Mom's Knife would be better, because I don't know how many damage upgrades I'm going to get. Again, the jury is still out on whether Brimstone or Mom's Knife is the one that scales with damage, or whether neither of them scale with damage. Because I've had people, in the last video I said Mom's Knife scales with damage, Brimstone doesn't. People have said, that's not really the case at all. In fact, Brimstone is pretty much useless if you have 0 damage, or not very much damage, I should say. Whereas Mom's Knife is pretty useful right off the bat, so who knows? I kind of prefer it being a mystery, you know? It's like being a kid and not knowing Santa Claus exists. Right now, I'm not very happy with my build so far. I would love to get a key, go to the item room, and then possibly pick up something. But for right now, I'm kind of just bum rushing the bosses because I'm hoping to get a deal with the devil, which would require me to take as little damage as possible. If I get a key, I will go back to that item room, though, because Lord knows I need something. Some kind of damage, or a health up, or even a range up, or a speed up, something. Something to give me some kind of leverage. This guy's gonna explode. He didn't explode! We did pick up a Spirit Heart. Who are we fighting? Duke of Flies. That's an easy boss fight. Sadly, no Tinted Rocks yet, but certainly things are going very quickly so far, which is good. We'll probably get down to the Caves Part 1 before 3 minutes are up. In fact, we definitely will. What do we have? Pentagram, that's huge. Maybe a deal with the devil. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Sadly, I can't. Both of those items would be huge for me right now, but I'm going to have to deal with the Pentagram. Hopefully pick up some HP up on a future floor or a future room. Maybe good pills. PhD would be a good item to pick up right here. I don't know why, but when I'm doing a speedrun, I always talk faster as well, as if that has any kind of influence over the way things are going. I guess it's just, normally I'm pretty relaxed, or I try to be pretty relaxed anyway, but now I'm high stress. I'm trying to get in the zone. Let's do that. What's our pill? We got to take it fast. Bad gas. That wasn't what I was hoping for, obviously. This is a bad room. It's a very bad room. It's going to take me a while, and it's a dead end. Although we do have the shop in the mob trap room. And these enemies are tough to take out, and it's a difficult layout. Tarot card is the Emperor directly to the boss. Why not? Fistula. Could be kind of difficult. Really going to try not to take any damage here in case I get a 1-heart deal with the devil trade, then I could actually take them up on it. Again, this is not the best Isaac strategy for ensuring success in the game. This is a very high-risk Isaac strategy for ensuring that, you know, if you do beat the game, you're going to do it extraordinarily quickly. But I would love to get a Brimstone or something at some point. I still don't have any keys. I can't even go to the item room. HP up is huge. Down to the next floor. Now, even if I have a 2-heart deal with the devil trade for Mom's Knife or Brimstone, I would 100% take it at this point. I knew I was going to take damage there. Again, provided I don't take any more damage, simply because of the fact that Brimstone is going to basically guarantee that I take less damage than usual. Okay, this is going to be tough. Let's focus. I made it. I didn't think I would. This guy will probably drop money. Champions tend to drop money more than anything else, and I think particularly the copper-colored ones. Yeah, nothing there. It's just, you know, confirmation bias, I suppose. We'll try to take out these turrets first, but this is a tough room. There we go. TNT will take that guy out. No problem. Still no keys, which is a damn shame, because that item room would be fantastic. Lust is a great fight, because we could get an HP upgrade. Again, super useful. I would love to have 1 red heart in conjunction with Brimstone. Instead, we got a pill. The pill. Tears down. Not really what I wanted to see at this point. But still, going pretty quickly. It's before 5 minutes, and we're already in the Caves Part 2. But again, we could get it hung up so easily. We really need a high damage item, because otherwise the womb is going to be literally impossible. Well, not literally, but very impossible. Let's just put it that way. Hopefully this champion drops a pillar, a tarot card. A bomb, that's fine too. We'll put one here. Hopefully kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, he'll go down to the ooze state. We'll get the chest. Chest contains money and health. Still no keys. Probably there would be keys if I looked a little harder, but I'm not. So let's not, I'm trying to think of a turn of phrase there, but never mind. We'll just pretend I didn't say anything. Used Book of Belial, of course, because I feel like I'll be able to get it recharged, yeah. And that was a tough room as well. So with these guys dying, we'll progress ahead. Ideally, key drop on one of these rooms. High Priestess is fantastic. That'll allow us to take out a boss very, very quickly. Preferably this next boss. I mean, I could save it for a later boss, but I don't know if I'm going to be alive later, so we'll just stick with this. Obviously, I will use Book of Belial as well. Let's use High Priestess first, then Book of Belial. Please tell me that took out, okay, half of Gertie's health. That's alright. Now, we gotta still worry about these flies. Could use bombs. In fact, will use a bomb. Still took damage. Almost took another hit of damage there. But I'm still dealing in Spirit Hearts, so I'm happy. Now, when this nub dies... HP upgrade, fantastic. Please, Brimstone or Mom's Knife. Oh, Krampus, this is really bad. In fact, this is possibly going to be the end of the video. Well, not the end of the video, the end of this life. Obviously, if I borked up here... Oh, and I am borking up pretty hard. I'm just going to let myself get killed, actually. That was bad. Let's start another speedrun. We're trying to do this one a little bit better. So, hopefully, things will change. Pentagram is a great pickup, but I would love to get a key. I would love to get more Spirit Hearts. Maybe actually visiting the item room might be a nice choice. But really, running into Krampus is really bad luck. Love to get that key. Game's kind of taunting me right now. The ability to go to a single item room would be fantastic. Well, we do have enough money to really make good use of the shop on this first floor. Particularly if I could find a secret room. But that may not be likely because I don't have any bombs. And if I did have bombs, I would probably use them to get to that key. Well, there's a bomb. And we have Robo Baby. That's a good pickup. It's not really going to help our speed run that much, but I suppose it can't hurt that much either. Let's head downwards. I'm actually going to eat my own words. I'm going to use my bomb here instead to get to that. Hopefully pick up Spirit Hearts and damage up. Big pickup, and also we'll get to this chest as well. With another bomb, I'm still not going to go back for the key just because I can't afford to backtrack right now. And hey, there's another bomb. Onto this boss fight against Steven again. Weird. Oh no, this isn't. This is Steven. I fought a champion Steven last time. That's why they look different. Alright, so it doesn't matter which one we take out first. Although I would prefer to get the damage up. In fact, I would just prefer not to get Little Stevie. Although I'd prefer not to die at this point. That's probably my #1 objective. Thank God we got full health. We got Little Stevie. Oh well, down to the next floor. Again, 1 HP up means I could pick up Mom's Knife if it existed in the Devil Room. But we can't always get what we want, can we? For example, I can't get into that item room because I didn't backtrack on the last floor to get a key. I do have a bomb here, though, and I will absolutely blow up this tinted rock to get to the chest. If there's a key in, I will backtrack at this point. Walked into the fire. That wasn't very smart. And yes, no key contained therein. Oh, there is a key here. You know what? At some point, I gotta do it. Let's use this key on the shop instead, though. I don't want to do backtracking. This will allow me to maybe get a compass. And the compass, of course, a very valuable speedrunning item. The Fool card will take us back to the spawn. This pill, who knows? Let's try it out. Speed down, of course, exactly what I need during a speed run. Now my guy is unbelievably slow. There is the shop. Contained therein, Book of Revelations. Don't want it. We'll buy this bomb. We'll be able to pick up another 5 cents at some point. I'm sure this bomb will help us out. In fact, we'll use this bomb to get to this key right away. And hopefully pick up a speed upgrade. Otherwise, this is going to be impossible. To do a speed run of, anyway, I should say. Now, there's another... I used the bomb to get the key, but there is a key right there, and there's a tinted rock I would love to blow up. No such luck, huh? Oh, there we go. We got another Spirit Heart anyway. And we will go fight the boss now, and hopefully things will turn out better here. Now, I have no idea how much time this run is taking because, you know, the last run kind of destroyed my internal clock here, which is my audio recording software. So, you know, it says we're at 10 minutes. I don't know how much time this is taking, but we'll see. There's an HP upgrade. Fantastic. Brimstone Ordeal with the Devil. Mom's Knife. Or Mom's Knife, that's what I meant. And the Necronomicon is huge as well, but I'm going to stick with the Book of Belial. Hey, I actually got those names right for once. Now, here's our chance. But we really do need to pick up a speed upgrade if this is ever going to work out and be faster than, you know, even our last run. Like Lord of the Pit would be fantastic. I could probably pick that up on Spirit Hearts. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to dodge. I mean, the number one thing with speed upgrades, or speed downgrades, I should say, is that I'm not going to be able to walk very quickly. But the other thing is that I'm not going to be able to dodge, and that's going to cause me to take a sad amount of damage. Which is not going to bode well for actually completing this. That was horrible. Gotta learn that that is not a safe spot. Of course, Robo Baby should spring for the Ouija board. Because he is not very effective right now. I thought that was the boss room right there, but sadly no. Could use a range upgrade, having kind of a problem hitting this guy. There we go. Book of Belial. You know, once every 3 rooms, I should be using it more often. We'll use it right here because we're on a dead end anyway. Can barely even dodge those guys. Because of the fact that my speed is so low right now. Not even going to bother picking up that key. Probably won't ever get a chance to use it. Those sound like words I'm going to be eating, but again, with the speed down, I've got to make some compromises here. Speed down is like my second most hated stat decrease next to damage. Like, I would love to have... I don't think there are any damage down pills, actually. But you saw in that one video, I think it was, you know, 2 or 3 videos ago, where I just had terrible, terrible speed, that it really just... It can ruin the run for you. You're just going to end up taking damage in places where you shouldn't. For example, right there. We're going to get Lard, which is going to slow us down even further, but I'm willing to make that concession. Just for jokes, basically. What do we have going on in here? 9 volt, that's fantastic. Would really, really love to pick up a speed upgrade at this point. Probably should not have taken that Lard. My reasoning was that if I do actually make it to the devil, like the deal with the devil, then I'll be able to make a better trade. But really the only trade that's going to save me is Lord of the Pit, and that doesn't seem like a very common deal with the devil trade. Also, I am going to find it very difficult to not take damage. Which is a significant problem, considering that's how they like determine whether you're going to have the opportunity to make a deal with the devil. Let's see how it goes anyway. Deal with Chubb here. Chubb, obviously, probably one of the worst bosses to be fighting if you're trying not to get hit and your speed is very low. But we will destroy him very quickly. Surprisingly, did not take damage there. Range upgrade, not what I was looking for. And Satan, please don't do me wrong here. Forget Me Now, 9 lives. Both of those, completely counterintuitive for a speed run. If I was trying to get, like, the best run I could possibly do, those would be great. Well, actually, Forget Me Now would be great. 9 lives almost never has a use. But Forget Me Now, of course, I could stack and get some, like, ridiculous items. Look at this. This room would normally be so easy if I had increased speed, but instead I gotta do this, like, ridiculous dodging. Probably was going to take damage on that guy, but I got lucky and little Steve killed him. Hoping to run into the boss as quickly as possible here. Because I really, like, I need to get a speed upgrade, at least 1, preferably 2. Anything in the item room can give me pales in comparison. All I want is a speed upgrade. Judas, I think Judas has pretty good speed to begin with. So I'm lucky that I wasn't playing as Maggie. That was the worst. Oh man, that was bad. Got another key. Okay, luckily I didn't waste my time picking up that key on the last floor because we have enough now. Little Chad's gonna drop hearts. Probably gonna be useless. Hopefully gonna be useless, let's put it that way. If everything goes well. But really, man. Just a single speed upgrade. Help me help you, Binding of Isaac. Thanks for the key. Again, now you're just all laughing at me because of this key shortage that I had last video when I was actually in a pretty good position to succeed and ran into Krampus, and now I've got a ton of keys and pretty much every item that I get is useless. Well, not as useful as it could be, let's put it that way. But still, I gotta, at least it's better than a run with Eve where you don't get any damage upgrades. Now, I would love to blow up one of these bomb flies. Oh man, don't get hit here. Ah, it's terrible. In a position where it would actually explode this tinted rock, thereby saving me a bomb, but that's going to take too long, so we'll just blow it up ourselves. Get the 2 spirit hearts. Apologies for my voice cracking there. And going to be dealing with Gertie. Champion Gertie that only spawns, I believe. I don't think... That was dumb damage. I don't think this Gertie actually shoots, which is good. But I'm still taking too much damage to probably get a deal with the devil. Easy kill, though. Now, we'll just make sure that we try to hit this without getting hit ourselves. That was easy enough. HP upgrade, would have preferred speed, of course. What do you got for me, Satan? Oh, God, I should have known. This is a really bad loadout to be fighting Krampus with. We have the 9-volt, not the battery, so we're not going to be able to... Oh, you know what? There you go. We're going to get out of there. Not go back into the deal with the devil room to fight Krampus, and then just immediately go down to the next floor. Obviously, we've got a bit of tediously slow backtracking to do here, but much better than the alternative, I would say. So we'll go in, go down. Well, we don't even have to worry about accidentally walking into the Krampus room. Depths Part 1 at 16 minutes, but I mean, that's probably more like 10 minutes, considering we did have that failed run at the start. Just murder the zombie quickly. Thank God I have Mom's knife, otherwise, again, these zombie rooms would take 100 years. Larry Jr. went down and dropped a spirit heart. Thank God. And again, we really need a deal with the devil for speed, or just the speed upgrade from the item room with the shop of the boss. Or a pill, or, you know, a tarot card, even though I think that's impossible. Ouija board is totally useless unless it helps Robo Baby shoot through walls. I think it may, actually. Shoot through rocks, I should say. Bombfly room, I don't like at all, but it's probably faster to murder them than to just run away. Or we could do that. Don't really care what they're going to drop in there unless it's a speed-up pill, which again is probably pretty unlikely at this point. You might have to deal with this slowness for the rest of the game. It's funny, when you don't want speed-ups, they come all the time. You actually end up getting so fast that you maybe hurt yourself by walking onto some spikes by accident because you're not acclimated to your own speed. But when you do need speed upgrades, they of course never come. But in any case, this becomes kind of an interesting challenge run in Isaac anyway, which is the most I could have hoped for. Notice that my knife is kind of ghostly right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I guess it's because I got the Ouija board. Now we will go up. And again, hoping to find the boss as soon as possible, because otherwise we could be here for 25 years. Everything with me is either 100 or 25 years. How did that knife not hit the zombie? There we go. And the pill is speed up. Telepills. That's kind of the same thing if it took me directly to the boss very quickly. Sadly, no. Guts again. And 2 different ways that we could take this room. Guess we'll go to the right, because we're closer to the right. Tinted rock, very useful. 2 cents, potentially useful if we run into the shop. Why did that bomb follow me? Robo Baby, was that you? That's a bad Robo Baby. Again, the knife, which is going to make things apparently impossible to hit the zombies with. Luckily, Little Steve's there to pick up the slack. We will trade 1 bomb for 4 bombs. Cost us probably like 5 seconds there, but it's going to help us along during other boss fights, particularly the Mom boss fight. Mom's Heart, I should say. Now, who do I want to fight here? I don't want to fight War for 2 reasons. 1, I'm too slow to defeat him appropriately, I would say. And 2, I want to get a speed upgrade. Or Gish, that's also bad, because the reason I didn't want to fight War is because I wanted to fight a boss that had the potential to drop like a vanilla upgrade, not something completely set in stone. That's okay, we'll get Gish, head down to the next floor. At least now some of our enemies will be slowed. But this is really kind of an amazing speed run, in that there's no way I'm going to beat the game in under 19 minutes, if I beat the game at all. But I can't believe it is still going so fast and relatively well, considering the problems that I'm facing. That was a terrible bomb. I'm getting the bomb to get the tarot card, just in case it's the Emperor. It can get me there faster. That was... What am I thinking? That was just really poor Isaac play. You know what? I'm kind of running out of options here. Let's try to check out this chest. Money and bombs. Not that useful. Slot machine. Probably not going to pay out anything that could be remarkably useful for me. Enough money to go to the shop. Should we run across it? That would be awesome. But we're not. Actually, we're just going to go directly to the boss. And when we get to the womb, things are going to get really bad, because those Diglett enemies are going to tear me apart. And I'm very lucky that I haven't run into Leapers on this floor, because they would have destroyed me as well. So, of course, use Book of Belial. This boss fight should actually be pretty easy. She's already half dead. Well, that was, in fact, incredibly easy. We got another range upgrade. The only time I want a speed upgrade, and it just does not happen. Well, let's try it. I'd say I'm at about 14 minutes right now. Just gonna take out this last guy. Oh man, that was bad. Walk this guy onto my knife. And pray that we're picking the right path every single time here. Because that's really the only chance I have to beat my own personal best in terms of time in this game. Chariot, this unicorn horn. That's great for taking out a boss, what can I say? And we'll very, very arduously make our way back to the right here. Very, very arduously. Laser bullet flies. Not an issue in the least. Let's go up. Just relying on my intuition. This is a Book of Belial worthy room, simply because otherwise these guys are going to chase me down in 2 seconds. I'll lose all my hearts on this room. Thank you for the Spirit Heart. That's actually really useful. Merry Christmas to me. Now I am doing like a lot of damage here. So, a lot of these enemies aren't going to be big problems. This is not where we want to be. But I don't have enough bombs to really bomb my way out and still have enough to deal with Mom's heart the way I want to. So we'll just take them out the old-fashioned way, come through this way. Like, the enemies themselves are not going to be bad, but it's if they get... Whoa, where did that silkworm go? It's if they get bunched up and, like, really start hammering away on you. I don't think I've used regular hearts since, like, the first floor. And of course, I am exploring every single crevice of the womb by accident. I would love to just find the boss right away, but sadly I could not get a compass. For example, this is a room where things could just overwhelm you after a while. So you gotta get on them as fast as possible, even though I have already taken 2 hearts worth of damage. So much for not having used regular hearts in a while. Oh man. Bad room. Luckily little Chad's here to pick up the slack. I really don't want to have to backtrack to get to those other hearts that have been dropped earlier in the game. Thanks for the key. Now, if you could put it in an item room or a shop in my proximity, that would be fantastic. Pill, please, please speed up. Oh, that was probably the worst thing that could have happened right there, isn't it? Everything's coming off the rails all at once. Only 2 hits of survivability left on Judas here. Again, our damage is through the roof. That's not even a question. Absolutely gonna go for this chest. Please. Okay, single heart. That's actually pretty useful right now. For once. 3 Monstros, but they're all gonna die in 1 hit. If I could actually... Like, I'm in danger because I can't get away from that jump very well. As you can see right there. I mean, that was a bad example because I also just let it hit me. Not on purpose to prove a point, but because I was talking and, like, wasn't focusing on the game as much as I should have been. If I could just hit this guy out of the air. Ah, easy, but again, very difficult to get away from that as well. It's been a long floor, but surprisingly, still trucking here. It's almost faster for me to just walk into these guys, which is sad considering my detriments right now, which are obvious, and I don't think I need to touch on them again. Oh, come on. I didn't hit him on the first pass there. Walked over the creep by accident. Thankfully, picked up another whole heart there. Little Chad's really holding it down for me this game. First time he's ever proved nearly this useful to me. And of course, I picked the wrong path every single time, so let's go explore the only remaining direction that is left. This isn't a speedrun anymore, but if I beat the game, I will still be amazed. Simply because of the fact that, you know, speed is one of those things where you don't know what you got till it's gone. You get a speed upgrade when you already have decent speed, you're like, oh, okay, well, whatever. What is it that Kanye West says? Having money ain't everything, not having it is. Well, having speed ain't everything, not having it is. The poet laureate of our current society. Mr. Kanyuzel. Oh, down to 2 hits of survivability again. Thank you, Chad, but still 2 hits of survivability, but we do have our Chariot card, and it is Skull X, so, I mean, I have no speed, but should still be able to figure this one out okay. He's nearly dead. He's really dead. There's an HP upgrade again. My kingdom for a speed upgrade, but it's never going to happen. Mom's Heart boss fight is going to be rough against the lasers and the bosses, but again, Book of Belial, in conjunction with the Chariot, in conjunction with Mom's Knife, should make it not too difficult. Should make it possible at this point. I mean, this is one of the roughest runs I've had in a long time. Yeah, we'll try it. Maybe we'll get something good out of this bomb, out of this chest. I needed the heart. I didn't need the... Oh god, this is horrible. Chariot must be used. And we got Poison Touch, which is good, because we're going to run into a lot of enemies. Just by necessity, really. Gotta outsmart these lasers. That was... Walking on a diagonal is not the way to outsmart a laser in the corner. Well, we got some more health as a result. And of course, I picked the wrong way again. We're at a dead end. Teleport would have been actually a useful item here. And again, notice, like, it's the little things. Like, when I shoot those laser bullet flies, the bullets just end up hitting me because I can't get away from the point of impact fast enough. And I've got to get really close to them to do damage with Mom's Knife, too. This is a textbook example of when Brimstone would have been probably a much better choice. But I didn't have an option for Brimstone. I had to take what I could get. Judgment, I feel for you, buddy, but there's no way I'm going into that CF in there. Let's move to the left, and again, hopefully find Mom's Knife as quick as possible. I think we're already at, like, we're past 19 minutes now. This is a non-issue. Now I'm just trying to regain some of my dignity. You know, I've been blaming my luck. The one thing that could have changed this is not picking up that lard upgrade. But also, the lard upgrade was kind of my only chance to dig myself out of that hole, because I really needed that health. Oh man, it's bad. It's bad. I really needed that health in order to make it possible for me to get something like Lord of the Pit. And again, you're kind of betting everything on black when you're doing a speed run like this. Yep, I'll definitely go visit this chest. Oh, pill. Full health. Thank God. I was already doing my post-mortem. Well, we can put that off for a second. Again, not able to effectively dodge these guys. I gotta use my brain more than my fingers here. I'm a lumbering giant. Judgment, you're just trolling me at this point. Why couldn't you have been the internal organs of my mother so that I could just destroy them? We'll move forward here. Well, to the right, technically, and we'll do our moonwalk the entire way. Turn 360 degrees and moonwalk away from that problem. Yeah, every room like this has a solution. I mention this every single time we come across it. But you can do it in pretty much any order you want. Just don't try to focus on too many things at once. Back to full health again. Is it possible? Is it possible that we'll get to the Womb Part 3? Yes. Is it possible that we'll beat the Womb Part 3? Fight Against the Fallen is going to be the real dictator of that. Devil has increased damage as well. So we should be able to get pretty insane damage on Mom's Heart, because I'll probably use that on her. Because the Fallen chases you, and his speed is really high. Obviously, you saw in that fight against Lust, I had no chance of getting away from it. I just had to basically use my Unicorn Horn right away, because it actually provided me with some invincibility. Okay, now... Oh! Okay, go on this guy. Now go on the turret. Okay, this should be easy now. Dumb damage. Never should have taken that. That's some, like, Isaac episode 30 damage right there. Can't get away from the bombs. They're just too fast for me. Thank God I got the Spirit Heart. The game's been really generous with hearts and Spirit Hearts so far. That's the one thing I will say. It's got a sick sense of humor, keeping me alive as long as possible for its entertainment. But isn't that what life is, man? Now, if I could actually kill this champion, we'll get some extra health. Fight the boss. Mom's Heart here. Your guess is as good as mine, buddies. I don't know. Thank God that Vaginal Eye Laser dropped. We're going to use Book of Belial. We're going to use the Devil card, which actually just gave us another book with the Book of Belial, it seems like. Now, remember, we are doing really crazy damage here. Mom's Heart should be dead in like 5 or 6 shots. fact, it's going to start firing bombs continuously now, but this is a bad position for me to be in. Made it out okay. Down to the Womb Part 3. Never thought I would see the day that a run this slow would make it to the final level of the game. Now, it's of the utmost importance that we find this boss right away, because these rooms are killers. We could run into the Fallen, we could run into Greed. Both really bad rooms to run into when you have speed of, like, -4 here. Like, even Monstro 2, no problem. I'll take Monstro 2 over those guys any day. Monstro 2 is actually easier than most of the enemies you'll end up fighting here, even though he managed to hit me. Vaginal Eye Laser is a rough draw, but luckily it will kill all the zombies for me, so I guess I owe it something. Please, please, a speed up hill. Full health again. Well, if I'd known that, I would have saved it. But that's okay. It's better than it could have been, but full health. Full health, man. That would have... Or speed up would have given me such a new lease on life down here. Dumb damage right away, but ooze guys, no problem. We'll just walk into this guy with my ghost knife. 31 minutes, but we did do 2 runs. Oh god, this is bad. I thought that laser didn't kill the other laser. Oh, okay, go on it. 2 hearts left. That's 2 hits of survivability. 1 hit of survivability. 0 hits of survivability. These are the fastest, some of the fastest enemies in the game. I'm gonna make it out of this room, but sadly it's a dead end. And maybe I won't make it out of this room. No, I did. Back up to 2 hits. But still, I mean, this is... We're putting off the inevitable here. I need full health just for that initial salvo against the Fallen, because otherwise, if they chase me, I have no recourse. I'm just gonna basically die. Let's go to the right here. Maybe we'll get lucky, get another full health pill. I mean, maybe... I don't know what to say. Maybe full health pills will just fall from the sky. This is bad. It's really bad, in fact. Yep, that'll do it. Well, it looks like he's crying too, so I'm glad that he's sad as well. This has been an ill-advised attempt at a speedrun. Please do not attempt this at home, but as always, thank you guys for watching, even when I do fail. I'll see you next time.